Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and experience on it. Today we're looking at RUNGORE, the beginner experience, which is a side-scrolling, automatic playing deck building game, is the easiest way that I can describe it. It is interesting in its concept and actually surprisingly fun. As always, we'll go through the options first, then we'll jump straight into the gameplay to show you what you get. Now, this is a prologue, which means things are subject to change, and you only get the first couple of levels available. So let's not waste any more time, let's jump straight into this. Alright, options then. Now, it is important that I do note that if you are looking to stream this game or make content on this game, you are going to have to use the display capture, because when I use game capture, it captures it, but it doesn't capture it properly. I don't know whether it's some form of anti-cheat or something, but it captures the game just as a blurry mess of colour. It's horrible. So just bear that in mind if you're going to try and stream this game or make content on this game. You're going to need to use your display capture or window capture as a possibility. That being said, the options you get are surprisingly, or not surprisingly, pretty vague. There's not a lot going on here. There's not a lot going on with the game. It is a very, very pixel art style game. Not very intensive or anything at all. So you've got your fuel screen, you've got your resolution, you've got shaders, you've got screen shake, which I immediately turned off. Your volumes, it does start the volume at 100%, so if you don't want your ears blasting out, you're probably going to want to turn that down. There are no accessibility options to speak of. There are no graphic options to speak of at all. Again, this is a prologue, so they might change that when it comes out. The game is quite difficult to sort of see and understand what's going on, but give it time and your eyes may possibly adjust. Let's look at the gameplay of how it works, shall we? Alright, so when you jump into the game with the prologue, you've got 3 levels available. You've got the tutorial, which sort of teaches you how it works, but not really. You've got the jungle mode, and then you've got dungeon, which I've not unlocked yet. So you basically select which one you want to go, hit next, and then you've got a number of characters that you can unlock. We've got 3 characters unlockable in the prologue. I don't know if there's going to be more later on. You've got your knight guy, you've got the ranger guy, and then you've got whatever this guy is here. We're going to stick with the knight. As you can see, you've got your stats down on the left-hand side, and they each have their own passive ability. And then the game basically plays for you. So you'll run up and you have these cards down here that you can play if you decide to. And the battle will just automatically take place and do its thing. Whilst you're doing that, you do get to choose some cards. So you can choose to upgrade your weapon, give yourself some things like mark and stuff like that. It also gives you the ability to see what's coming up. Right, so you can see what's about to happen, and then you basically just play your cards as you go through. You're going to want to try and save some of them for the boss, otherwise you are going to die a horrible, horrible death. And there's not really much you can do to stop it. It is a little bit off-putting, the fact that you're constantly running. It's a bit weird, and the fact that you've got no control over it at all. On top of that, you do get these like weird loot boxes that give you some like bonuses and stuff as you go through. It's very fast paced, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But at the same time, it doesn't really explain anything about what it's doing. Like, I don't understand what mark does. I don't understand what any of the special abilities are and stuff like that. So it could probably be sort of explained better, maybe, about how to sort of get through it all. But as a game, it's actually pretty, I want to say addictive. Like, I want to keep playing. I like playing the cards and seeing what happens. The bosses are incredibly tough and not scaled very well, because I don't understand why I died there. I had full armor, I had health, and yet the boss just unfairly killed me. And then you basically just retry and go on and go again. There is no leveling. There's no sort of redeeming feature. You just die and start the run again and hopefully get better cards and improve your strategy. But that is all there is to the game. You run through, you play cards, you try and defeat enemies, and you move on. And with there only being 3 levels in this prologue, I don't know how much they're going to expand on it on the full game. Let me know in those comments down below whether you think this is worth your purchase or not, and I will see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.